Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LCK matchup.
Mid lane, obviously, Showmaker picked up that massive wave top, but even ignoring that, you know, Azir, a pretty punishing laner, he now has a 2-level lead over Bulldog.
Yeah, and Kellen's still being annoying, but kind of losing a bit of his health bar for it. First Drake going on over to Dplus, as True Shot Barrage is going to miss, but he does land the Q. And both of those, like an ultimate and a Q. The Q does about the same amount of damage here on the Ezreal, so that's just totally fine. Kingen going to at least spot that Cuz took some grubs. All three of them going.
Partially due to the lane shenanigans. It looks like the focus now is towards the bot lane.
As Andal's going to go in. Some W's landing here. As in goes the Elastic Slingshot once again. Glacial Prison goes down though as Cuz. He's getting smaller and smaller and he will be divided cellularly. As Aiming's going to be able to take this last one. There it goes. First blood onto the Zac. And we're still perplexed as to why it was picked.
Yeah.
Oh, Leap is going to have to flash. Andal also going to have to flash. That is a scary piggy. And Dplus. I mean, that's just winning ball. They did. And they did it well. They hit the abilities.
Well, but it wasn't, you know,
Well, there's an arrow onto Lucid. He has frost armor, so he keeps himself alive for quite some time, but still he's going to go down. Bulldog collects that kill. The first one for Kwangdong Freaks goes to the Zeri. That is good news. As now Kingen looking for an angle, misses the Q though onto Andal, so he's not getting in there. Kwangdong Freaks now look.
Yeah, they're not doing well in the plate department. The fancy plates have kind of been smashed already for Kwangdong Freaks. They've got to get out like the reserve ones.
Yeah, bit of a Greek wedding. It's alright, Dudu just going to be snagged by a Q, but otherwise he should be okay. Decent Narbar positioning there as well, as now Aiming getting in amongst it. The Banganar will be coming in. The W comes down, True Shot Barrage is there, and Dudu is now just stranded. There's the Q. And you saw the True Shot Barrage damage, right? Yeah, it was about the same as that Q.
Yeah, pretty much. Triforce already completed for this Ezreal. You know, we've seen Ezreal, when he falls behind, he gets these items and he's still such a menace. But when an Ezreal has 140 CS at 13 minutes, 2 kills and a full tower worth of plates, it's not going to be a fun time for Kwangdong Freaks.
Do you think that Aiming might get the most gold this game? Is Bulldog's just going to come over and execute Kellen? I'm not sure what Kellen's idea was there, but Lucid's going to come on in. Bulldog gonna get flashed on by Aiming. The last couple of autos are going to do it. He just stands his ground. He wanted Cuz to come over to him. The Stretch Armstrong comes through, and the arrow is going to sail into the Sejuani. And Showmaker's here, guys. So I don't think that Kwangdong Freaks are going to be able to answer back too much. So Bulldog will be executed. Aiming grabbing even more gold. Our Uribank Gold King, I think, will be officially crowned. Wasn't he? He was already officially crowned. And so he's going to be more than officially crowned as the Mega Gold King of the Year.
Does he become like the Gold Emperor after some point? Does it keep ascending? You know?
Maybe he just goes up the ranks.
Yeah.
He is going to be the universe dominator of the gold.
Yeah. It's like when you're a kid and it's like, oh, you know, well, I'm the king, and then you have to one-up, you know, in the arguments. He just keeps going to go further. Oh, TP flank coming in. All right. From Kingen.
Let's see whether Kingen can actually find a good kick angle here, as Cuz going to get spotted on that control ward. There is the delivery of Leaper, and he's Ash. He doesn't have flash. He's not getting out of this one. As now Bulldog, he might get sent over the wall, and he will. Kingen has his waiting arms there, and that is going to be the Tempest to take him down. Oh man, Dplus just kind of turning it on.
One of the beautiful things with Lee Sin top lane is that you just get a TP into a flank angle. Lee Sin jungle never gets to do that.
Yeah.
So comes straight in, gets a beautiful kick on a Leaper.
That's weird. Is that a thing that Aiming often does?
Well, at least it's only a pick like Ezreal. You haven't seen him be that strong before.
Wait, walking into the enemy jungle with impunity, maybe not the right move, but the Glacial Prison goes down. Now it's Kingen finding the angle. True Shot Barrage connects and takes out the Ash. And so they'll trade 80 carry. Oh, and jungle perhaps. There's the safeguard kick. And the Cell Division is going to once again be taken out. There it is. Kill goes over to Aiming, as of course it does. Aiming now going to reposition. Great toggle on the vision from Jonas Strong there, as well as Andal's going to be wiped out. And yeah, Dplus should not get Ezreal, guys.
Yeah, I'm glad we're learning this new information that Ezreal perhaps should be banned. Oh, he
might be a tough ask if Kwangdong Freaks win this game.
Yeah, I think
As Andal might be caught out because he's going to be there. He does rocket his way over. There's a really nice Mikhails from Kellen, though, as aiming. He's just raining the damage down. He doesn't even need to press an ult button because he's just going to kill everyone. Lucid trying to get himself out of there, but that's a triple kill for aiming. It's going to be a quadra. He's hitting everything as well. There's that quadra kill that we were talking about. Kingen's dead. But now Dudu is just trying to walk his way out. Lucid might just sacrifice himself for the will of the Penta. And yeah, the thumbs up comes through, so I don't think Dudu's going to be dying. So just going to have to be aiming, settling for a quadra kill. Yeah, 9-0-1 on the Ezreal.
Thank God for that. I think if Dudu had gone down there and had gotten the Penta, I think this game would have been completely over, whereas now
it's
the game is
completely over. I did like your angle, though. That was almost a glass half full. All right, Showmaker realizing that he's going to have to try and vacate the area. Teleport to come through onto the Sun Disc, but Showmaker does not have very much. Oh my goodness, this safeguard was so good. Not going to quite be enough, though. Now King is going to get rammed into the wall and destroyed. This Sun Disc is getting a lot of work done, though. So congratulations for that. And the aiming values coming in as well. Just throws the ultimate into Narnia because sometimes you have to let them survive.
Yeah.
If you want to play the game for as long as possible, you know, it's like, please don't surrender. I'm having a good time.
Exactly. You've just gotten this fed, you got your items. You want to pop off. It's a nice Mikhail's cleanser from Kellen, the self cleanse.
Oh, even hits that that Q onto the Zac who was trying to get on over. Penta.
Such an aiming move. Immediately Arcane shifts over. Zero hesitation.
Oh, yeah.
Wait,
and
solo killed
the solo bolo. We might need a replay to explain that one. Although Dudu was very low.
Wow. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah. Well, that's a really nice cleanse from aiming. Let's see whether he can keep himself alive. All right, they're going to get crashed into by Shelly as the solo-killing monster Lucid just comes on over. He's going to get another charge here as well. That was gorgeous. We thought that Peanuts drifting past the turret was cool. That was cooler. That's the double headbutt. Dplus are now taking an inhibitor at 20 minutes into the game. We want to remind everyone as well that this was our longest game of the season. Last time these two teams met, we broke that record. And now, yeah, this one's over at 21 minutes. An absolute shellacking. Just true domination. And Dudu is just going to get stunned in the air. Showmaker getting a bit confused and thrown around, but he's not taking very much damage. Emperor's Divide gets rid of the Zac. True Shot Barrage is flying through as well. It is very early in this game, and their health bars are going exceptionally low. But the Cell Division comes through once again. Dplus, they are so low. And now they're going to have to try and get out. The Extendo Beam, let's see whether that can get the work done. I can hear the Kwangdong Freaks fans. They are going ballistic. As aiming, he has to dodge it. He finds the kill. And now, Lucid, you're going to have to get out of there, buddy. I don't think this one's happening. But still, well, maybe. We'll have to see. That Lee Sin Q is not from a Lee Sin that can act. And now he's got Cleanse, QSS, and Mikhails.
Oh, yeah. I think he needed all of those, certainly.
Just so that he can Arcane Shift forward as much as he likes.
Yep.
He will never be CC'd. And although he will be CC'd for a great many days. Aiming going to be able to find it there as the Arcane Shift's over. Let's Bounce comes on through. That's a beautiful kick onto Bulldog. And it's another double here as Aiming looks for it. He actually thought that he just killed Leaper there. He did! And he did! Because the red buff finishes him off. He also takes down the cannon. That's very important. Dudu running for the hills because he knows that's what he has to do. Just avoid giving quadras and pentas to Aiming. And that is going to be precisely what he's going to do. Dudu and Cuz now on the fountain. The Nexus is in trouble. The flash forward from Lucid. And Aiming still trying to find a few of these, but I don't think he's going to be getting a penta because the game is over, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LCK matchup.
Dove here, his game is over.
Yeah. He's still level 2. Level 4 here for King, and yeah, he needs this wave. He absolutely needs this wave. And there's the flash forward. Grasping Roots comes in. This is exactly what we were talking about. As the spear is going to connect onto King and the dash forward. Cuz gets a little bit back. And there is a teleport to come through here. Lucid could be in trouble as Cuz gets the flash out. The spear needs to land. It does not. So Cuz gonna have to back away still. Big when answer. This wave is equalized.
And that's the sort of situation that you get from basically doing the swap of nearly levels. Can be really advantageous and just give you a lot more breathing room, because I think champions like Leona, level 3.
Big front line later in the game. As we know that Renekton, if he's behind, really just doesn't feel like he does very much at all. It's okay, Solar Flare this time not going to really connect as Andal takes a big journey under the turret, but it's Kellen that's going to be the one that receives the death. And Kwangdong Freaks, they move to 2 versus 1 in those kill scores. This bottom lane, it's getting a little bit rough for Bulldog in the mid lane. And now Lucid set up for something here in this top side of the map.
Yeah, it's close to Mega, so this is risky.
Well, they're going to do it again. Stranglethorns does come in as Dudu gets the Nara into the wall. Kingin is going to tank that last turret shot. Lucid tries to get in front, but it's just not going to be enough. And now Cuz looking to transition to another kill this time, as the screw is not going to quite connect there. Lucid going to flash as now looks for the return, but doesn't quite get there. Cuz throws out a optimistic spear. And now Leaper doesn't have the ultimate, so he's have to use the flash this time around. Didn't have to use it topside. I think if he did, then maybe he was just dead in that play. Thankfully, didn't have to. And so therefore will at least keep his life. Is now Lucid. He wants to try for it once again. Grasping Roots does go wide. The plant's getting angry, but Dudu, man, he's got some footwork today.
Yeah, and it looks like Dplus going to win out on this, especially with the demolish in the bot lane, so they will be getting the first tower.
Yeah.
Actually, the Ziggs ult is
not able to get that last one, so that is first Tower Blood going over to Dplus. Kwangdong Freaks going to have to settle for second. That is going to be taken there. Still, I think that Kwangdong going to be quite okay. The Drake down to about 50% right now. You can see the rotation over, but they're a little bit late. I have a feeling that DK not going to be able to quite get in here in time, as Kellen takes a bouncing bomb to the noggin, and that is going to be Cuz with the fadeaway. That locks down the second Drake.
Yeah. In stock of the game, we're now at a point where Kwangdong Freaks have managed to navigate the lanes okay. Gold is pretty even. They have 2 dragons. Oh, Kellen.
Yeah, that's a decent handshake once again as the hostile takeover comes in. We'll see whether Kellen's going to be able to survive, and the answer is no. The bailout, it comes forward. They're trying to fight this one out as Leaper. He's going to fall. Aiming now, looking to try and kite out Andal. He does use the Zenith Blade to try and close the gap, but he is still very dead. And that's a double kill for Aiming Zash.
Overzealous play, you know, Dplus had the backing of their jungler there. They thought Kellen was alone. And unfortunately, Cuz was not on the map, so Leaper and Andal look for something. Play works so seamlessly because you just one-shot Kellen. He doesn't even get to pop W, but because he didn't get stunned by the initial ult, he gets the handshake, he stalls it out. The rest of the team are able to come up, and they're able to get the cleanup. So good moves from Kellen. Even though he goes down, he made that play work. And now TP coming through. Kingen and Showmaker here. Andal, I think they're just dead.
Yeah, the double TP to come forward. Mega Inferno Bomb does come down as Lucid's in so much trouble. Right in the back of the pit there is the Gnar onto Showmaker as well. But Dudu's taking so much damage. Aiming is untouched. They do manage to get the Zyra, but now Aiming with that barrier is able to lock down the Ezreal. Bulldog trying to get as much damage down as he can. Kingen is fighting with the Rift Herald. Cuz is there. He's got Smite, so he'll be able to take that one out. It is a 2 for 2 in the end. Oh, and a Hextech cookie as well, and they've started off this dragon. Let's see whether Cuz can actually land a couple of spears to try and get on over here. They wanted to take down this Rift Scuttler. You can see Dplus Showmaker playing bouncer. The arrow is going to fly in. A bit of a zoning arrow there, actually kind of working out. But Bulldog's going to take this turret in the top side. And the Zig's getting so much value. Outer goes down in mid as well. Absolutely worth.
Available on Leaper does make it hard. I think Leaper's backing now for the Mana Immune Spike is fully stacked. Bulldog very close to Horizon Focus, second item. These are some big item spikes you can definitely play around. Arrow comes through.
Yeah, it's going to connect onto the flashless Ziggs. Sidestep from Lucid. He finds the Grasping Roots, Stranglethorns, but he gets the satchel off. Large damage from that Mega Inferno Bomb, but now the flash forward from Showmaker. Can he get it? Yes, he can. And that is going to be some revenge there for Showmaker from the mid lane. And 2-0-1 now on this Corki. He'll go back. He'll get that Muramana or the Manamune, because that tier is not quite stacked up yet.
Oh, he's been...
True shot barrage.
Yeah. I will say,
the Riot
though,
Games logo.
against a Zyra, you always have to be a little bit concerned, like, oh, could they Baron off the back of this? But Showmaker solo and Mana, so much damage done. Actually, they're starting this up, but they are going to get spotted.
Yeah,
it should be enough to force them off it. That being said, they're still going. They know Lucid is low, and he wouldn't have had time to back. But I think this is too risky.
Yeah, they do get themselves out of there.
They force a TP. They can be happy they got something out of it. But yeah, I think ultimately Showmaker being so low on mana and Lucid so low on health meant that there was no chance Dplus could get anything off the back of that kill. It was just a kill. Yep. So Kwangdong Freecs not too upset about that one going down.
Bit of a nah there from Dudu, who does have a couple of waves of a lead over King.
I don't think they can do anything here. I think it's just gone.
And
this is the problem I think Dplus's comp has into Kwangdong Freecs. You don't have great engage options. You are outranged heavily. If they ever get set up first and objective because you're late, you know, they went to buy after going topside, you just can't do anything. And now they are one dragon away from Soul. We've seen how suffocating...
In mid lane, Lucid gets back Hex Gates, and one heck of a thing. That's going to help him out. These spears all need to be avoided. As soon as one of them lands, I think that's just Soul. Yeah. Going over to Kwangdong Freecs, and there is one of them. Kellen is just dead. He flashes forward. Kingen finding the backline there as well, and it's a decent ulti from Lucid, but in goes Dudu. He'll find the crush, he'll find the wallop, and out goes Lucid from the fight. Showmaker can't do anything, and I think we're going to game number 3 as Kwangdong Freecs will secure the Hextech Soul.
Felt like the pressure was just building up. Skill shots being thrown out. The combo connects on a Kellen, and then the...
Even more overpowered than I originally thought.
And now in the situation where, with the Hextech Soul, if some of this poke lands, the impact is so big because anytime Dplus are remotely close to each other, you just AoE slowing the whole team.
Yep.
One bit of poke lands, okay, well, now they're slowed. Next bit of poke lands. You know, you land an Lily Spear, that's going to lead into a Ziggs Q, an Ezreal Mystic Shot. It's just becomes so much harder. Now, Kwangdong Freecs are down sums, but so are Dplus. And again, the lack of engage tools is a struggle, but if they find a big arrow from aiming, now is the time.
Well, Leaper is just going to try and throw all of his burst onto Showmaker. True Shot Barrage goes wide though. So Showmaker will be alive for now. Mega Inferno Bomb comes down. There is hope for days. And Kwangdong Freecs, yeah, Cuz even going to land that spear onto aiming.
It's brutal.
Yeah, it is. It's not looking very fun. There's also a Meganar that's just traipsing his way down this top lane. And he is not really being answered. There is King in there, but Kwangdong Freecs, they'll just be able to satchel all of these turrets. Dplus spread way too thin as now Kellen going for a weird flanky angle, but nothing much to be found as 2 inhibs have been removed. We're looking for a teleport angle. Let's see whether King can actually get himself in. He flashes for it, and he's just by himself. He's going to be ripped to shreds. Mega Inferno bombs up once again, and the bailout is on aiming, but he's just dead, not getting out of this one. Bulldog, a massive game on this Ziggs, and Showmaker is just going to be torn from the rift. Kwangdong Freecs, welcome back to the LCK. We missed you.
Really?
Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LCK matchup.
The map, so they do end up backing away, but now Showmaker's hunting Cuz, but we'll find the wolves getting taken down. Cuz can easily disengage in the situation with speed for the W. Yep. And now Kellen looking.
Yeah, we'll find the crash down here as Leaper takes so much damage. Skates the wall, but down to 200 health. And that is aiming and Kellen just taking some control here of this lane. You can see already, I mean, there is a big wave stacked up, but Leaper needs to be able to pick this up.
They need level 3 as well. Andal doesn't have his W yet, and it makes such a big difference to defend against his dive.
Yep, Lucid just going to walk in. That is going to be a plate taken as well. Heroic Charge does come down as Kellen trying to crash out of there, but he's just dead. The teleport comes in from Dudu to save the play. He will lose out a bit as far as the top lane is concerned, but that is such good mitigation here for what's going to happen. Possibly could just come over and barbecue some grubs, as Lucid will be able to grab at least the first one. And we've got another Heroic Charge onto Kellen. He's just dead. Just eliminated. Andal is a monster.
Absolutely, and I feel like this is part of the play pattern of the Poppy setting traps. That wall stun lasts so long and does so much damage. It's such a threatening ability. And Bulldog's starting to feel the pain a little bit in the mid lane into the Tryndamere. So obviously staying through all of your damage at this point. And if you ever get low, you're always in dive threat.
Well, now it's going to be a dragon picked up for the Dragon Lady. That feels fantastic. Showmaker does have the ulti. He's now looking for it, as the Void Seeker is not going to find the angle.
I will say as well, the Poppy pick, this final Poppy pick. Obviously, Great Morale, we've seen it do fantastic lane so far. Duo will block it.
Yeah. Leaper really not able to reset very often. All right, Shattering Strike, there's the crash down onto Andal. Will they be able to punish this Poppy? That's the question. Steadfast Presence, he's trying to get out, but there's the flash from Lucid, and he just says no. That is going to be an answering kill. Dplus on the board.
Good moves there from Kellen. In matchups, whenever you're playing into something that can block your W, you really have to go for the Q first to stun, and then follow up with a W, and he does that there on Andal. Able to catch him off guard. Now Leaper is feeling comfortable to hang around with Cuz backing him up.
Yep, Showmaker just pressing.
Yeah, if you're the tankiest person in the game as the AP Shiv, you're like,
Yeah, things might be going wrong. The Gnar wasn't a great option, as Andal is just doing whatever he wants, I guess. Bulldog now trying to deal with Showmaker here. Does, of course, still have the ultimate. So he's never going to die, but Lucid's also probably going to struggle to hold on to this one as the Glacial Prison goes wide. Equalizer is something that Andal has to deal with, though. Heroic Charge, he knows that he's dead. And now Kellen looking for an angle onto Cuz here. Dragon's Descent is up, and so Cuz can just Dragon away whenever he would like.
yeah, you could see they were waiting for Andal. They're like, we'll wait for you, brother, and Andal's like, go without me.
Yeah. So that's good news for Dplus, at least. As now Andal, he gets a ward down, and Steadfast Presence comes on through. That is a lot of value. Still, that control ward is just going to be taken out, and Dplus have full control over this dragon. Yeah, it's not like last game, Orcs.
Absolutely isn't. It's going to be an Ocean Soul, which, you know, I don't think it's got an okay value here. There's some bulkier members.
Think about all the mana regen that the Rumble and Tryndamere can get.
And the Shyvana.
Oh, yeah.
But I think the healing can be decent against some of the poke, you know, but not the soul you're really hoping for if you're trying to go for a Dragon Win Con.
It's not really one of those, as Cuz is going to get prisoned. Okay, there's the Keeper's Verdict. As Showmaker comes on through here and isn't really going to be able to do too much. In the meantime, Leaper's dead.
Yeah,
I kind of missed that with the zoom out. I was still focused on the blue buff because I wasn't expecting Leaper to just die.
the blue buff looked like it was more likely.
Ward's being removed here by Kellen. And Lucid getting to work on this Rift Herald. Let's see whether they can find a Glacial Prison. Andal gonna take that one. Steadfast Presence was down. There's the Dragon Descent as Cuz just getting ripped to shreds. He is not tanky at all, but they still managed to get enough damage down as Leaper gonna get ulted on by aiming. He supercharges, and now he's gonna pick up a triple. Oh, it's aiming's Kai'Sa all over again.
And we kind of knew, this was a good game for Aiming to be playing the Kai'Sa, but picking up 3 kills there on the back of that, he's going to be...
Well, I was wondering what he was going to be building that Tiamat into.
Yeah.
So, wanting to have a little bit more ability to team fight, as Bulldog doesn't get chickened. Showmaker takes a lot of damage. Lucid as well, now having to deal with 3 people, but he's so tanky. There's the crash down. Cuz is just torn apart once again. Oh man, I was expecting the Shyvana to be really good. What's going on here? As Bulldog almost dies to a harpoon to the noggin. And yeah, Kingen is just kind of playing with his food right now. Showmaker comes on over, and Bulldog is very dead. It was almost the Winter's Wrath that takes down the Corki, but of course it's aiming instead. He's 7-0-1, guys.
He's pretty fed, and I feel like he's trying to get this one on lock. They take down that tier 2 tower bot. This game is looking rough. It immediately dies.
Yeah. Kellen actually finding a phenomenal angle in this fight as well. Have to credit this guy's rel play so far today.
Look, I know that Shyvana has worked well in the LPL. I know it's worked well in the solo queue. I know that it's not just...
And you want to split fights. You want to be able to sort of play some smoke and mirrors and then chase people down.
He also would like to have 2 items, at least,
Yeah, or more than one.
He just did his bite on Showmaker, and I don't think his health moved.
Well, Showmaker's health doesn't even need to move. As now Leaper is he's just dead. He's just dead. Not able to skate out of that one. There's also a kill going over to Showmaker, who makes Andal a little bit frightened. You can see the frightened chicken up there. Love that. I'm really glad that animation has stayed in the game all this time.
Yeah.
Because if Trinamir lost his chicken, you know, because he is like a super hardcore cool character and stuff like that, but then like puts a little frightened chicken. Love that.
You know, I gotta be honest, when the Shyvana got locked in, I kind of felt that.
The worst part is it's not only the Shyvana getting locked in, but it's also the Rumble getting locked in, right? Like,
yeah, that too. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I gave you the benefit of the doubt as well. Like, going to each game, I'm like, let's see what this jungler can do.
Oh, the equalizer down as well, and now Bulldog, he's not going to be able to get out of this one. There's Killer Instinct. We all knew it was coming. And Cuz just going to be avoided by aiming. He still had the flash, still 1,000 gold. Goes to Andal! Oh god, that's not where they wanted the money, but he has been the best performing player on the team. As Showmaker is just spinning Slash over the wall into the enemy base. And he still has the ultimate. I don't think he's had to press it all game long. And they're just gonna kill the turret.
Just a Trinamir game where you win and you don't press your ult once would surely be the biggest flex. In terms of how doomed the game was, you know? His moody phase where he's by himself.
Andal. All right, he's going to look for that flank angle. They want to get Kellen. Magnus Storm under 7 people or something, but he's still dead. There is no one else there. And Glacial Prison going to come in. Equalizes down as well. Bulldog and Leaper, both of the 80 carries are just roasted. Oh god, okay, Dudu wants all out of this game, to be honest, and he chose the wrong target because he can't win the 1v1! Not with this Kai'Sa, aiming's too big, and that's going to be the ace. That will be the end of the game. And King proving once again that, you can't leave the Ezreal up, but you also can't leave the Rumble up.
I love how Rumble was just like was by far not like the main focus of this game. He kind of just did his thing top lane. He joins the team fight, one-shots everyone.
Yeah, just actually everyone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that champion's still broken.
Yeah.
Well,
it's me. All right, there goes the game. And
these were the best highlights from today's LCK matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say, okay. See you on the next one.